Hi there and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do an income review for the month of March 2025 for all the Binance airdrops that occurred. Alright, so in March it was a good month. In terms of the quantity of airdrops anyway, it was pretty good. We had 5 airdrops in total, of which 2 were Launchpool projects and 3 were hodler airdrops. Unfortunately, in terms of the value derived from these airdrops, this was not a fantastic month compared to the previous month, February, or certainly compared to fabulous months like December 2024. This month, I only managed to make about 1% for the month, which still isn't bad. If you look at it in APR terms, it comes out as being 12% APR or so. It's better than a kick in the teeth, and if you're APYing it, it might be closer to 13%. So not bad at all, bearing in mind that the market has been pretty depressed at the moment. Taking a look at the specific projects, the first one was GPS security, and it was at the very beginning of March. I decided to sell at the open as always. I got 14.5 cents per token, and this one actually worked out as being the best of the bunch from my perspective. I actually managed to get a return of 0.41% overall for this one, and since I sold it for 14.5 cents, I really got quite lucky on this one. It went marginally higher than that, and then it just crashed down, and now it's about 2 cents or something. I think it's 2.4 cents, and it's the subject of some kind of investigation by Binance. One of their market makers was involved in market manipulation for the token. So definitely it's a happy thing that I got out of this one. Next up we have Bubble Maps, the symbol BMT. Now for this one I got out of it at 28 cents, which was the correct decision because since it's plunged down to about 11 cents, so I feel happy about that. Unfortunately, I'm somewhat less than thrilled with the amount of income from this one because it's only 0.08% that I actually managed to get. It was really buttons for this one. I'm not sure why. Some airdrops are good, some airdrops are bad, but this one was very, very bad by the standards of all the other airdrops that I've ever encountered. It was a hodler airdrop, which tends to be lower valued, but then so was GPS security, which was comparatively much better. Next up is Nillion, which was a Launchpool project. I had high expectations for it simply because it's Launchpool. They tend to be worth a bit more. Unfortunately, it was very meh. I sold at 74 cents, which was the correct decision so far anyway, because the last time I looked it was somewhere around 48 cents, so I'm definitely happy to be out of it. In terms of the return, based on the value of my BNB as always that I've staked in Binance Earn, simple earn terms, it was 0.18%, so nothing too terrific there from Nillion. Next up was Particle Network, which was at the end of March, or nearly at the end of March, second last one. And in this case, it was pretty poor. The return was only slightly better than Bubble Maps. It was 0.09%, which was disappointing. But in the scheme of things, it's free money, so we'll take it. I sold Particle at a price of 32 cents. I was a little bit disappointed because I saw it go over 40 after that, briefly. Since then, however, it's plunged back down to 19 cents and it's not performing very well, so I feel pretty happy to have gone out at 32. Last but not least, we have Gunzilla, which was the gaming Launchpool project right at the end of the month. It had a 3-day farming period. I also thought this one might be good, and it was alright. I got a 0.3% return from this, so it was the second best one of the month. I sold it at what turned out to be a pretty good price because it was 10.8 cents that I got out at. And since then it's gone down and it's somewhere in the realm of 5 cents at the moment. This thing has only been live for a few days and already it's halved in value, and I expect it to continue to go down. So this month, overall return 1%. If you annualize that, it's 12%. It's not bad. It could be a lot better, and I'm hoping for better things in April. I think that the general tone of the crypto market, especially the altcoin market, is somewhat less than great, at the moment, with all the uncertainty that's going on in the world at the moment with Trump's tariffs and, trade wars, the NASDAQ crashing and all that kind of thing. It's not really the best environment in the world for an altcoin rally, and you have to remember the airdrop tokens are fundamentally small altcoins, so the value of these things is going to fluctuate wildly according to market sentiment, and market sentiment at the moment is in the toilet. Ethereum prices are very bad, somewhere around 1850 per Ethereum, and I think that influences the price of a lot of other cheap hot alts. Solana also not doing very well, which would be the other influencer in the space. So, I wasn't expecting much from March, and I didn't get much, but it was still all right. I'm happy with the returns that I've got. It's much better than, taking cash and putting it in term deposit or something for 2% or something in the EU. So I'm happy with the strategy, and I think as the year goes on and hopefully things improve in terms of sentiment, we'll see some higher returns. All right, well, I hope people found this video helpful, and I will see you soon in the next one.